One peaceful evening in Washington would soon change American history forever. Crowds gathered for a night of entertainment at Ford's Theater. April 14th, 1865, the night history would remember.
Inside, the audience waited for the comedy to begin.
Behind the curtains, actors prepared for the evening performance. A special guest would soon arrive in the presidential box. The President of the United States had come to watch the play.
People stood and applauded as Abraham Lincoln arrived.
After the Civil War's end, the nation's leader sought a quiet evening. From the balcony, President Lincoln watched the comedy with quiet relief.
Cousin, your beauty eclipses the very gaslight.
Oh, sir, you are too forward.
Below, actors performed the popular comedy Our American Cousin.
The theater filled with laughter and applause.
But somewhere behind the stage, danger was quietly approaching. John Wilkes Booth moved silently through the theater. But Booth was not there simply to perform. He had come with a dangerous plan. Hidden beneath his coat was a small pistol. No one nearby realized what he intended. Step by step, he climbed toward the president's balcony.
Beyond that door sat the leader of the nation.
Booth waited for the perfect moment.
Lincoln relaxed as the comedy continued.
Beside him, Mary Todd Lincoln enjoyed the performance. Outside, Booth reached for the door. The door opened quietly.
I shall return shortly, my dear. The assassin stepped inside.
Lincoln remained focused on the stage. Booth moved quietly behind the president. The moment he planned had finally arrived.
And that, my dear Eliza, is why one should never trust a pigeon with a promissory note.
The president leaned forward to watch the scene.
Behind him, Booth raised the pistol.
History, balanced on a single moment.
And then, everything changed. President Lincoln remained focused on the comedy unfolding below. Just steps away, John Wilkes Booth moved silently closer.
He paused,
waiting for the perfect moment.
I told him flat, I said, "Sir, your manners are as dusty as your boots."
Oh, Mr. Trenchard, you are a caution.
Lincoln relaxed, enjoying the light-hearted play. Behind him, Booth slowly lifted the hidden pistol.
Each step brought him closer to the president.
Mary Todd Lincoln watched the play beside her husband.
Booth quietly raised the pistol.
Lincoln leaned forward, focused on the scene. The assassin steadied his aim.
And then he said, "That's not my speakeasy, that's my wife." Another joke filled the theater with laughter.
The audience erupted with applause.
Behind the applause, Booth prepared to act. The president remained unaware of the danger behind him. Booth lifted the pistol into position. History, balanced on a single fragile moment. The moment Booth had waited for had arrived. In the next instant, everything would change. In one silent moment, Booth stood directly behind the president. His hand tightened around the small pistol. Lincoln continued watching the play, unaware of the danger.
Behind him, Booth raised the pistol. Then, a gunshot shattered the night.
For a moment, the crowd thought it was part of the play.
The actors froze as confusion filled the theater.
Booth quickly moved toward the balcony edge. In a daring escape, Booth leapt down onto the stage. The assassin had struck, and chaos filled the theater.
Booth landed on the stage as the audience gasped in shock.
He rushed across the stage while the actors stood stunned.
The crowd realized something terrible had happened.
At the same time, people rushed to help President Lincoln.
His joy had turned into fear and confusion. Outside, the shocking news began spreading through the city. The terrible news spread across Washington. The nation waited through the long night. The next morning, America received heartbreaking news.
President Abraham Lincoln had died.
country had lost its leader. Across America, people mourned together. Lincoln's legacy would shape the future of the nation. One night at the theater changed American history forever.